Nick English.
Andrew.
How are you?
Very good. Thank you for having me here. Okay, so we've released the new collection as part of renewing. Some of our watches have been out there for 10, 15 years, so we're starting to almost redesign some watches from the past, which is actually feels quite good. The 300 was a range we brought out sort of 2 years ago, and it was a stem from the Supermarine range, which was a very, very robust tool-like diving watch. Started with the S500, 500-meter diving capacity, a lot of technology inside, similar to the Martin Baker. And the 300 is a 40mm version of that. And we've come up with a white dial, blue ceramic polished bezel, which is very, very lovely. Again, 40mm size. So the other watch we're quite proud of is it's called the MBIII. MBIII stands for Martin Baker. Martin Baker, a British company we worked with for over 10 years now. There you go, version of this.
Yes.
A white dial GMT version of this, which has an amazing story attached because they make 75% of Western world's fighter ejection seats. So think about the F-35, the F-18, Tornado, Typhoon, they all use these seats.
Yeah.
Saved 7,500 people's lives to date. But for us, it was an amazing tie-up 10 years ago because it allowed us to put our watches through this incredible environmental testing that there's no way we'd have access to otherwise. So climatic tests, shocks.
Each of these Paul watches, didn't you?
We got through so many before we realized how we could, 30 years worth of vibration testing, it's a huge amount.
Yeah.
So what we ended up doing is our technical director at the time, amazing guy called Peter Roberts, came up with this idea of actually suspending the whole movement in this kind of, not only in a Faraday cage, but also a kind of rubberized movement mount, which suspends the movement. So there's a lot of geeky stuff inside that watch, and it's a very complex case. So this is a 10-year thank you to them, really, and something quite special. So we've done a lot of work with the British Defence, with Ministry of Defence, and they approached us and said, look, would you like to work with us and helping us protect our IP, but also come up with a watch? And we've come up with 3 watches. The first one is called the Broadsword, which is a sort of contemporary take on, you'll know about this as a watch fan, the Dirty Dozen from the 1940s, where 12 different manufacturers were brought together to come up with a design that the British government asked for. There's no broad arrow on it because that's a government-owned trademark. It would have been a lovely thing, but it's not, because it means government property. So we haven't got the broad arrow on it. And it's 40mm, very wearable. First time we've done a 2-piece case, but very robust. And
interesting case back.
Yeah, so the 3 heraldic symbols of you have to do it in order because they get very fussy.
Okay.
The Royal Navy, the Army, British Army, and the Royal Air Force, all stamped in the back, which is quite nice, as approved by Her Majesty's Armed Forces. So that's a lovely, I think, nod to the past. So, and then leading on from that, there's a chronograph version with a mono pusher, again, based on that same design, but that's a 42mm. Again, I think just a very simple but lovely face to that. Again, the 3 symbols on the back. And then the final one is I guess you can call it the Marine, the Navy version, which is a bit more contemporary, has a orange minute hand, it has internal rotating bezel, 2 crowns, 42mm. But I think that's it's very different from anything else we've done, which I quite like as well.
Excellent. Again, thanks so much for coming in.
Andrew, thank you so very much. Thank you for having me.